everybody. Welcome back to Coffee and the Tea. So glad you decided to stop by and see what kind of tea I am serving up today. I do not have my coffee. I am guilty. I am guilty. I had it earlier because I just needed it. I did. I hope you have your coffee. I tell you what, I might not have the coffee, but I definitely have the tea. And before we get into it, go right down here, go in your settings and find your subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe and do the whole shebang while you're in there. Like hitting your notification bell, like giving me a thumbs up. Just do all of it. Get it over with. All right. All that's been said, let's get into this tea. Get your coffee, sit back, relax, and let's talk about this stuff. And first up is Mr. Justin Bieber, who is 30 years old. Who knew Justin Bieber was 30 years old? I feel so old. I remember when he was a teeny tiny boy. And he has a child. But that is not what we're talking about today. Not his age, not him having a child, being a father. Justin Bieber is a father. Mind blowing. But anyway, we're going to talk about what I found in TMZ, and I'm going to put it up right here. It says Justin Bieber is upset with business managers squandering a fortune. Isn't this the story we hear all the time, over and over and over again with these stars? They get so focused on the show part of it, they forget that it's also a business. And I remember Oprah telling MC Hammer that, always sign your checks, always be in charge of your money. Don't let anybody be able to do anything without you eyeballing it. But evidently, Justin did not listen. And so it's some people who he feels have taken advantage of him. And he is considering legal action against these people. Now they said that Justin is not broke. Said he had $100 million. He does have that, and he just recently sold his catalog of songs for another 200 million. So he's looking at having about $300 million. But let's get real. Justin Bieber was huge. Justin Bieber could be a billionaire like Rihanna is right now if he had had great management, if he had at the time, but he was a child, and I think it was up to his parents. I don't know, maybe they were naive to trust all these people. I have no idea. I don't know the ins and outs, but all I can say is don't ever let anybody sign your checks. I am in agreement with Oprah. And he is really, really mad. He's saying that they turned down a lot of opportunities that cost him money, and they squandered some money done disappeared, and he is not happy. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I will get back with y'all when me, I'll update you on it. I really will, but I understand he has $300 million, but when somebody done stole about 700 of it from you, you know what I'm saying? You have a little attitude about that. I'm just saying. So I hope he does sue these people because something needs to stop. Y'all remember earlier, and you can go back on my other podcast. I talked about how they took advantage of Priscilla Presley. These people, it is so many snakes out here. If you got some money, you need to be watching your pockets because it is plenty of people who are trying to figure out how to get in them. So, like I said, I don't know how this will shake out, but if he decides to go to court with these people or sue these people, or try to seek some satisfaction, I will get back with y'all. All right, next up is a new movie that's going to be made about Sammy Davis Jr. Now, I know a lot of people probably don't know who Sammy Davis Jr. I'm an old head. I know exactly who Sammy Davis Jr. was. He was a triple threat before Beyonce was even thought about. You know, Sammy Davis Jr. was an actor, director, dancer, singer, you name it, he could do it. And he used to be a part of this group they used to call the Rat Pack. And it was him, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Joey. What is his last name? He was a comedian, Joey somebody. I forgot his name. But anyway, those was the main three that was in it. And in his day, he was as big as you can be. He eventually developed cancer, and he died a very sad life. And I think he was actually broke when he died. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. But this is supposed to be a period piece, and it's supposed to be set in the 1950s when he was having this love affair with this white actress named Kim Novak. Now, she was a big star at the time, too. Very, very beautiful. And they were having an affair. They were absolutely together. And at first, they were doing it in secret, and then they wanted to make it even more public. But back in the late 50s, it was illegal for black people and white people to marry. Interracial marriage was a non starter in a lot of states. That is my dog. Pay him no attention. But it was against the law in a lot of states. You could go to jail, and people did. We all know about that case, Loving versus Loving, that went to the Supreme Court, and that was the catalyst to legalize interracial marriages. So at this time, this was a big, huge deal. So I found this in Variety, and it says Sydney Sweeney and David Johnson is in talks to play Kim Novak and Sammy Davis Jr. in a love affair drama directed by Coleman Domingo. Now you know Sydney Sweeney and Coleman Domingo is also in this HBO series called Euphoria with Zendaya. And so they said once they film the third season of Euphoria, then they are going to start on this project. I must say I'm a little excited about it because of course I love Sammy Davis Jr. I did. And I find these period pieces and this old Hollywood history, I find it fascinating. So I'm looking forward to this. I really am. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Next up is Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was on with Andy Cohen on what's happened. What is the name of Andy Cohen's show? I don't even watch it. It's what is it? What's happening now, or what's on now, or something? Watch what happens live. That is the name of it. And he was on there, and this caller called in. You know they'd be taking these different calls, and this caller called in and asked Snoop if it was true that OnlyFans, which is a very risque, explicit website where people go in there and do very explicit things and show everything. When I say everything, they show everything. And this caller asked him if OnlyFans had really offered him $100 million to join. And Snoop said yes, absolutely they did. And but him and his wife decided that that would not be the move for him. He said his wife said that they would make money some other way. And he said but his Johnson downstairs, it absolutely regrets it. I don't know what is he talking about, but he made everybody thought it was funny. But yeah, they wanted him to show everything. So they said, nah, nah, but that is a true story. They offered him $100 million to be on OnlyFans. And it's a lot of stars go over there, child stars who have kind of hit on hard times, they go over to OnlyFans. They absolutely do. I know that young girl that was on the Bernie Mac show. She is over there because I saw her do an interview, and she was talking about how she um, pretty much do not have residual checks anymore from the Bernie Mac show, and saying that was back when she was a kid, and now she needs to pay her bills today. And so she's over there on OnlyFans. She is, sad but true. And also, I want to talk about this. This young man is over there too. Y'all know him. He was from Empire, and he played Yakeem on Empire, and his name is what is it? Bryshel Gray. Yes, and he hit up on some hard times too. He got arrested, and all kinds of stuff went on with him. And now he is officially over there too. And they say he is doing everything. And you know what be, and those people pay to see these people. They do. They have a subscription, a monthly subscription, and they pay to see these people do all this explicit stuff. All I can say is, Cookie needs to go get him. you know, that was the name of his mama in Empire. If you watch Empire, you know that Cookie Lyons, she need to go get her son because he over there acting crazy. What is going on with that? I know it could he not get any acting gigs? I know he did Empire the whole run of Empire, and then he also was in the what was that movie on BET? Um God, I cannot think of it right now. It was the New Edition story. And he played Michael Bivins in that. And he was on the rise. He was on the upswing. So I don't know what went wrong with him, but I know he had started to get into some trouble, get arrested and whatnot. And so he unlanded over there. And it's sad and it's a shame. All right, up next is Miss Nene Leak's son, Brent. He posted that he has had a heart surgery, meaning that he has gotten a new heart. He had a heart transplant. He did. Y'all know, not long after Nene's husband died, Brent had an episode. He had a stroke, and I think he was in his early 20s then, if not 20, early 20s. And so he has had such um, poor health since his father, Greg, passed away, Nene's husband. Nene is brash and she is bold and she has a slick mouth, but Nene has gone through a lot in her life. She really has, from the start of it to up until now. And so I have to respect her for that. She is strong. She is a very, very strong woman, and I respect her. I do. And it says this, it says Nene Leak's son Brent shares footage of his recovery after a heart transplant. It says now Brent has shared video of himself from the hospital bed and walking again. His caption explains his journey from diagnosis to 14-hour heart transplant surgery this past summer. Additionally, he said that his recovery included relearning basic life skills. This child has been through some stuff. It really has. And I know his mom has been right there with him. Yeah, it says to this is what he said in his post. He said, to begin with, let me say thank you, God. This year has undoubtedly the craziest one for me. After several trips to the hospital and many doctor's appointments, I finally heard the unexpected news that I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure by on June 19th. In July of this year, I went into a 14-hour heart transplant surgery and now have a brand new heart in me. Now, he was lucky. He must have been in really dire straits. In order to get a heart that quick, you have to be in really, really dire straits. And I think he is like 20, 24, 25. Yeah. I mean, that is amazing. I only wish him well and good health from this point on. He seems like he is such a nice young man, kind of the opposite from Bryson, the older one. I think he is in jail right now. But I digress. You know, you can be a good person in jail. I'm not saying that you can't, but Brent seemed like always seemed like he was different. So yeah, I wish him a speedy, speedy, speedy recovery. Also, this is just a little caveat that I'm going to plug in. Online, a lot of people are talking about Gabrielle Union. Yes, Dwayne Wade's wife and star Gabrielle Union. She posted a picture on her Instagram, and people were shocked. And they kept talking, saying that she had had some kind of facial work done, that she did not look like herself. But then other ones came in and chimed in that it might be somebody, it might be her makeup. The makeup artist maybe got carried away with her cheekbones and whatnot. But she does look a little sus. I don't know, but she has such a beautiful face. People are saying if she did, she does not need to be doing anything with her face because, people, when you're in the public eye, people feel like they have ownership of you. And when you change something or whatever, or they feel like you're beautiful the way you are, they don't take kindly to change. So I'm hoping, I am in the camp that I'm hoping she hadn't done anything to her face. Now, Botox or some kind of little tweak like that, that's fine, but to have cheek implants or anything like that, that would not be good for Gabrielle because she has a perfectly round face, beautiful face, And I know as we grow older, we want to tweak a little bit, but nothing harsh, nothing harsh. I'm just saying. All right. I think that is all of it, except next, we're going to do our regular segment of stupid people doing stupid stuff. And I am going to put the stupid person up here right now. And yes, yes, you are reading it correctly. Florida woman accused of killing boyfriend by zipping him in suitcase takes stand. It says after a video was shown in court that her boyfriend screaming for help in a zipped up suitcase, Sarah Boone gave her version of what happened the night he died and revealed pictures of the alleged injuries she claimed he caused throughout their relationship. A Florida woman accused of killing her boyfriend by zipping him up in a suitcase and leaving him there overnight took the stand Tuesday in her defense. How did she get him in that suitcase alive? Sarah Boone was arrested back in 2020 in connection to the death of her boyfriend George Torres Jr. At the time, she claimed the two was playing a drunken game of hide and seek and that she fell asleep after zipping him in. When she woke up the next day, she said he was dead. Wow. She was charged with second-degree murder. Testimony from witnesses for the prosecution claimed that Torres' body showed signs of blunt force trauma. Her defense team, meanwhile, was uh, has alleged that Boone suffered from the battered spouse syndrome, saying Torres' death was self-defense. Giving testimony, Boone says she was introduced to Torres at a bar by a mutual friend, and after she stopped trying to patch things up with her then husband. I never thought I would be interested in anyone like him, she said in of a meeting. She said of meeting him, calling him handsome, funny, smart, and two quickly moved in together after her divorce, she said. Uh, and were together for 3.5 years before his death. On February the 23rd, 2020, Boone said the pair had planned to enjoy their day, relax, and go with the flow after cleaning up the house that morning and started drinking. With her son coming to stay with her the next day, Boone said she decided that they would stay in that night and pick up some more wine at Publix. Well, we all know what the alcohol does. As they kept drinking per Boone, they also worked on a puzzle. She some art and listen. Let's see, did some art and listened to some music. After that point, she said they were intoxicated before he tapped her on her knee and said, "You're it." Initiated a game of hide and seek. Now that don't make no sense. I'm gonna tell you why. And hiding go seek, the person go hide and you seek them. They don't, why would you zip somebody up in a suitcase and you playing hide and go seek and you know where they at? Because you zipped them up in it. Could she not come up with a better excuse than that? How can you be hide and go seek when you know where the person is because you put them there? It is the most ridiculous thing. He was trying to get himself flat so he could tell he was there. She continued, I zipped him up. We thought it was funny and were joking about how he was small enough to fit into the suitcase. Boone said she moved the suitcase around while he was in it, and the two continued to laugh. I bet he was not laughing, folded in this suitcase. Come on now. She needs to stop. She needs to stop. All I know is, it says, for everything you done to me, F stupid. She said he heard him saying, telling her, I can't breathe. That's my name. Don't wear it out, she said at one point. It's something. It doesn't say how it ended up. If she was convicted, it was just saying and going over the case and her testifying. But I will seek the result of the trial and see exactly how this came about, and I will have it on the next copy in the tea if the jury has come in, but we will definitely see. But isn't that fascinating? I know it is a lie that you can read through, because how in the world somebody gonna be hiding and seeking, and you the one who absolutely put them in the place where they're at? Why would you be seeking somebody where you already know where they're hiding? That is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.